Hey everybody, welcome to What's Up Wednesday. This is a little bit different format we're using here today. I've got driver Phil Giesbrecht. Phil, you live up in Edmonton right now, so we're zooming into you. Thanks for doing this, man.
Yeah, no problem. Actually, Fort Saskatchewan, James.
Oh wow, that's even farther. You got to be out in the fort. They a lot of snow out in the fort. I actually stayed out there, and me and Amber had to drive in. It was not a lot of fun in the winter.
Well, I don't think Alberta anywhere is fun in the
Banff.
winter time. Banff,
Banff
Banff,
is a
I
great
guess.
time in the winter. It brings me to a question. You guys kind of race from off the track. You're not on track. What are the positives and the takeaways from that? You know, it's a little bit different than a lot of the guys are on track every day. So it's you're almost like an out of sight, out of mind, unless you're winning 3 a day like you have been.
Yeah, I really like it because we just have our own. Well, we're at stable at Jerry Houdon's place, and it's just relaxing for the horses. It's easy on us because we don't have to listen to everyone at the track, and it's just a lot nicer for us to do our job. And our horses get to go outside, and I don't know. It's hard to say it's a benefit because we are so far away for racing, but with the with the new rule, with the shipping rule, we have to be there pretty early, so it kind of benefits us a little bit because we are about 2 and 3/4 hours away. So
Mm.
it makes it kind of hard on the horse, especially when it's going to get hot here.
Yeah, it's summertime's coming in, and speaking of get hot, man, you've had a heck of a year. We've had a few interviews and talked about it. Driver of the year last year, you've qualified for the Canadian Championships. You've been out in Alberta for a while now. What brought you to Alberta in the first place? Because you had a little bit of a stint in Ontario and then came back.
Well, actually, I figured out my junior B career wasn't taking me very far
Mm-hmm.
when I hit 20. So I said I might as well make my way out east or out west, sorry. And I called Ryan Grendy and I said, "Is there any jobs opening up for me?" And I shipped a couple guys out at start, and then I started working for Lance. I started jogging horses for him, and then I started working for Rod after that, Rod Hennessy, and it was good for me because I learned a lot. Rod was great to me. I never have any complaints about working for him ever. Uh, it was just really good experience for me. And then I went back to Manitoba and raced there in the summer. And then I made a decision to go to Ontario, which was a great decision for my career. I thought it really had benefited me being there. It was like going to college for me for horse racing. So and then they started shutting down the tracks, and I said, well, we might as well go to a place where we can make some money and not be too far from home because Ontario is far away from home. So it was just just an easy kind of a move to come over here.
Yeah, it's you've been a welcome addition, and there's a lot of the Saskatchewan, Manitoba people have come here, and you've been a welcome addition to those people as well, like Hall of Famers. Keith's from the Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Kelly Hort, O'Brien winners. Any chance you're gonna be poking around for your own O'Brien one of these days?
Oh, I don't know. It's so hard because we don't race enough. It's hard to get
Yeah.
those numbers up there, jacked up a little bit. But numbers are pretty good right now. And I mean, Brandon and Dave Kelly, they already got 100 wins. And I mean, it's crazy for Western Canada to have that many wins at this point of the year. And but they do a lot of driving. So for me, I'm kind of a homebody a little bit. Just kind of like just racing here because with Trace and Jocelyn, it's just. For me, racing right now is kind of relaxing, but it's going to get a little bit thicker here when we get 3 days a week going.
You know what? You just mentioned baby Trace and Jocelyn married last year. Had a baby, so or not last year, but the year before. You've had your baby now. Not just racing going well for you, man. Personal life going very well too. What's the transition been like to being a father? And your success and your fatherhood came at the same time, and we kind of touched base on this a little bit, but I'll ask you again. Are you a little more focused now that you're a dad? Like, has it changed the way you look at racing?
It just changes your outlook on everything. Really, it's a blessing to even have a baby. We've been wanting one for a long time, and who knows, maybe there's other ones on the way. But for right now, it's just awesome to come home if you have a bad day at the racetrack and you just see him, and it doesn't really matter. He doesn't care how much money you made or how many wins you had, as long as you're home with him. It's just great for me. But saying that, yeah, I guess you get a little motivation, I guess, because diapers are expensive right now, and
Yeah,
but
the
I
whole
mean,
world's expensive.
yeah, everything is. But yeah, no, I yeah, maybe a little fire in my belly a little bit. for right now. But no, just trying to enjoy myself doing what I love doing is driving horses and taking care of horses, is really what I love doing. So um, just kind of just trying to be positive every time you hit the track. So um, but so far it's been going pretty well.
And you know what? It's easier to come home and be happy when you've been having good days and like the run you've had lately. Graceful Horizon and some of the Lancaster barn you've done well with, some of the Starkowski barn in the past. Graceful Horizon leaving the province soon, I've heard. What else is in the pipeline that you're looking forward to driving coming up?
Well, actually, I just drove one the other day. Let's tie one on. I never sat behind him before. I watched him race before, but I never got to sit behind him. And Chris Lancaster had him ready for me the other day, and I really enjoyed driving him. I think I picked up maybe one for Kelly Hort here in the next division. I didn't get 2 fingers gold in there for Starkowski barn. I thought we had a good trip. We just just fell a little short at the end. But yeah, just thank those guys. They get these horses ready for me. They make my job real easy. I enjoy the way they take care of their horses and the way they have them prep for me. And yeah, it's just been real good so far.
You know what, man? It's good to see you happy. It's good to see things the way they're going. And one last thing before I let you go, I've been talking to Dave Kelly a little bit lately. He's heard the replay of you calling a race in the past. He thinks he can do a better job, and there's been a challenge laid out. Are you willing to accept the challenge and call a race and let the fans vote? See who the better bike to the mic guy is.
Geez, I've been watching a lot of racing lately, and I'm pretty sharp on this right now. There's been a lot of calls that I just never heard before, but I would do the bike to the mic for sure. It's a lot of fun. Brings a lot of fun for everyone watching the races, and this the backstretch just has some fun again. I mean, sometimes we forget about how much fun horse racing is. So to bring that back and have some entertainment with everything is just great for everybody, for Century, for everybody around watching horses, and for the owners too, to see that we are still having fun taking care of their horses, and we just really appreciate them keeping everyone around with horses. And it's just, I think horse racing should go back to being more family oriented and being a lot of fun at the racetrack. So yeah, if you guys want me to dress up in the monkey suit or whatever, I'll do it for ratings anyway.
You know what, man? We're not going to need you to dress up in a monkey suit, but you've been a fantastic ambassador, and thank you very much for doing this, Phil. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to let you go and get back to some time with Trace and your beautiful wife. You have an awesome day. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Awesome.